Greetings everyone, this is Crime Alley Comics. Welcome to episode 26 of the Comic Book Artist Spotlight. In this episode, we're going to be focusing on John Romita Jr. I'd first like to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. Thank you for everyone who's watched this video. I appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and click the bell if you want notifications for when I post videos. Also, I'd appreciate it if you would hit that like button. That does help my channel out, and anybody who you hit the like button on. It helps the channels out to get, noticed out in the YouTube universe. So I'd appreciate a like as well. So let's get started with John Romita Jr. John Romita Jr., otherwise known as, or his actual name, full name, is John Salvador Romita, and he is the son of John Romita Sr. He was born in August 17th of 1956. He is best known for his extensive work with Marvel Comics from the 1970s to 2010s. And he has done work, up recently, but not necessarily for Marvel. His first contributions to Marvel was at the age of 13 with the creation of the Prowler in the Amazing Spiderman number 78, November of 1969. He began his career at Marvel UK, doing sketches for covers of reprints. His American debut was with the 6-page story entitled Chaos at the Coffee Bean in the Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 11 from 1977. Romita's early popularity began with his run on Iron Man with writer David Michelinie and artist Bob Layton, which began in 1978. The creative team introduced several supporting characters, including Tony Stark's girlfriend and bodyguard, Bethany Cabe, and rival industrialist Justin Hammer. In the early 80s, he had his first regular run on the series The Amazing Spider-Man, and also was the artist for the launch of the Dazzler series. He and writer Dennis O'Neil introduced Madam Web in the Amazing Spider-Man number 210, that was in November of 1980, and Hydro Man in issue 212 in January of 1981. In 1982, he drew Marvel's Superhero Contest of Champions, the first limited series published by Marvel Comics. Working with Roger Stern on The Amazing Spider-Man, he co-created the character Hobgoblin. From 1983 to 1986, he had a run of the Uncanny X-Men with Dan Green and author Chris Claremont, and co-created Forge. Romita has downplayed the significance of his run, saying that a few of the characters introduced during this time were co-created by him and that his style has had no discernible influence on succeeding X-Men's artists. His relationship with Claremont was rather cool at the time, as Claremont did not like his work as much as the artist that had previously worked with him. He would return for a second run on Uncanny X-Men in 1993, which he said he liked better because of getting to work with writer Scott Lobdell. From 1988 to 1990, Romita had an extended stint on Daredevil with writer Ann Nocenti and inker Al Williamson, which included the creations of long-running Daredevil nemesis Typhoid Mary. For Romita himself, his stint on Daredevil was most significant for being both the first time he was allowed to do full pencils instead of just breakdowns. And the first time he had had a working relationship with the writer on the series. He later remarked that I finally felt like I was part of the creation process for the first time while I was on Daredevil. After Daredevil 282, Romita left the series to pursue other projects. He worked on a host of Marvel titles during the 1990s. Romita collaborated with Frank Miller on a Daredevil origin story entitled Daredevil, the Man Without Fear in July of 1998. While a January 1999 reboot of Peter Parker's Spider-Man was handled by Howard Mackie and Ramita Jr. in 2001. Romita returned to Spider-Man for a collaboration with writer J. Michael Straczynski, I think is how it's pronounced, beginning with The Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2, Number 30, June of 2001. Romita's creator-owned project, The Gray Area, was published by Image Comics in 2006. Romita collaborated with writer Neil Gaiman on a 7-issue miniseries reinterpretation of Jack Kirby's characters of the Eternals. In 2008, Romita again returned to The Amazing Spider-Man. In 2014, Romita Jr. became the penciler of the DC Comic flagship title Superman, starting with issue number 32 in collaboration with writer Jeff Johns. Romita Jr.'s Superman pencils have been inked by Klaus Janson in 2016, and writer Scott Snyder collaborated with John Romita Jr. on the All-Star Batman series as part of DC's Rebirth relaunch. Romita Jr. and writer Dan Abnett created the Silencer series as part of DC's Dark Metal line. In addition, Romita is working with Frank Miller on a Superman Year One project, which that's already out. So evidently this information's a little old, but John Romita Jr. received an Inkpot Award in 1994, and he won the 2002 Eisner Award for Best Serialized Story, The Amazing Spider-Man number 30 through 35, Coming Home. That's the information I have for John Romita Jr. Now I'll show you a few books that I actually have. Since he did most of his work with Marvel, I'm going to show mostly Marvel books. So the first one up is the Uncanny X-Men number 301. And if I can zoom in on it here, well, let me see where it's at first. Oh, right over here is John Romita Jr.'s signature. If I can get it to focus. Come on. There we go. So you can see JR for John Romita Jr. So that's one of the ways that he signs his name. You'll find that signature on a lot of the comic books. Comic book covers, rather. The next one up. Now I have I have several other books of John Romita Jr., but I couldn't find the ones I was looking for. But this one here, this is Cable number 1. And get the glare off. And again, his signature down here. I can get it to focus. There we go. Okay. Spider-Man: The Lost Years, and number 1. Very cool cover. It's got this foil Spider-Man head here, and then Spider-Man in foil over here, and whoops, at the bottom here. Very cool cover. See if you can tell that it's You can't really tell, I guess, but all right. The Spectacular Spider-Man, number 255. This is a very neat looking book. And again, right here, if I can get it to focus in for you, is his signature, JR. Like I said, that's the way it will appear generally on a comic book cover. And the one DC book I want to show you is Dark Knight Returns: The Last Crusade. Very cool Joker cover. Zoom in on that a little bit there. All right. That's the books I have. I also have that Superman Year One, but it's kind of buried at the moment, so I didn't get a chance to get that one out. So anyway, that's my focus on John Romita Sr. I'm sorry, John Romita Jr. I probably will do a video on John Romita Sr. Later on, but I have a couple other requests that I'm going to try to get to, and so I hope everybody has a great weekend. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave comments. Please give me feedback on these videos and things that you would like to see in these videos, you know, moving forward. See what kind of things you guys are interested in, or what artists you guys are interested in hearing about. And I have talked about doing some spotlights on writers as well. I may start doing that and see how it goes. And so with that, I'll let everyone go. Everybody have a great week. God bless, and we'll see you all next video.